What's up, y'all? It's Eric Woodyard from ESPN here. One of the all-time greats, Megatron, Calvin Johnson, man. It's a pleasure being here, man. Just, everything that you're doing, man. I'm watching. I'm admiring the precision you're putting behind it. And first of all, introduce your product, man. Primitiv. Kind of tell me what's going on. At 35, you've accomplished a lot of things, man. But to go into this avenue, can you take me through it, man? Like, why is this so special to you?
Oh man, for sure. This is 3+ years in the making. Through license denials and just the ups and downs of being in this industry. It's nothing's really in concrete yet. So you just got to be able to pivot and move with the changes that come. We've been able to do that. I think that our perseverance, playing in the NFL, all the things, the traits that you got to have to sustain. Those things are transferable. To this industry. And we wouldn't want. We've been, like I said, been in the industry for several years now, but we're just now unleashing our brand.
Right.
Why? Because it takes time for that thing to get to the point where you're approved, and then to the point where you're ready to share it.
Right.
And that we're at that point now.
Right.
So we're happy to unleash Primitiv. It's been a couple years in the making, but very proud to put our stamp out here in the Michigan market.
Why was it important to do it in Michigan, though? You're from Georgia, you've been out there in that area. Why did you want to do it here in Michigan and lead a product here?
It's really kind of spurred from, just doing some real estate plays with Rob. We're the real estate market here in Michigan was very friendly for a while, and we're just, just maybe flipping homes and doing the things of that nature. And we kind of found some properties in the green zones, which are, I guess, where you can, do cannabis cultivation, retail, or processing. And, we was like, man, we can have this and rent it out to a, cultivator, processor, retailer, or we can, put a good team together. We know what a good team looks like. We know what a bad team looks like too. And we proceeded to put a good team together. Like I said, it's been ups and downs, but we've consistently been increasing. And happy to be here today.
First of all, I know you're about to enter the Hall of Fame too as well, man. Like, were you nervous at all by putting your stamp on this that it would affect you going into the Hall of Fame at all, or did you have any doubts? Because that any little thing can give a reason at all. Like, was you nervous at all? Like, just with putting this out, maybe having a stigma around yourself at all?
That was definitely the thing, but this is something I truly believed in. Like I said, I used when I played, but I didn't just use, I had fun with it, of course. But at the same time, I knew there was something more to it, And after, like I said, I told you the story about doing the Dancing with the Stars and using the topicals on my ankles and seeing the inflammation go down, I'm like, hold up, we got to get to the science of this, because this is something that everybody deals with, pain.
Right.
And those two of our areas to study at when we're talking about Harvard. We deal with pain and CTE and neurological disorders or damage.
Mm-hmm.
So those two areas helps a lot of people. Pain. Who doesn't deal with pain and inflammation? And this product, cannabis in general, it can be an alternative to a lot of people's. It can be a solution for a lot of people's ailments.
Right. Have you started preparing your Hall of Fame speech at all, or like how's that been, man?
I can't let that go to the last minute like everything else. Like when I was in grade school, man, I can't wait to study. I can't wait to write that paper at the last minute. Now, not fortunately, but this year it's a little different for the Hall of Fame. They shorten everybody's speeches to I think. After 8 minutes, it's like the Apollo. They coming out and yank you off the stage. You got to get out of there. David Baker coming out there and get you, So, I got 8 minutes, and I got my partner in Nestry. He's part of the consortium that we have with Harvard. One of the groups that's working with him, and Nestry is a brain training company. They're out of Nona or kind of like Orlando, Florida. And so Tommy Shavers, he's helping me write my speech right now, and we've been working on it for the last 3 weeks or so. So we got a good framework for what it's going to be, and I'm happy to say we're going to be well prepared when the time comes.
I know you're a chill person, man. Like, just talking about yourself though, like, is that going to be weird for you? Like, just putting your whole career into 8 minutes, man. Like, that just got to be crazy.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about all the people that helped me get to where I was at. That's really what it's going to be. And that's what sucks about 8 minutes. It's going to be hard to get all those people into those 8 minutes. But I'm gonna do my best.
What was your favorite memory as a Lion? I told you before when I first got here though, like, the first time I ever was around you, man, it was the catch, man. It was a Soldier Field. I was an internship, doing an internship, and that was the game where y'all lost on the catch, and I was there covering, and I was mad. I had to meet you that way, but it's so many great memories. That was just a funny one, but it's so many great memories that you've left upon fans here and just in the football world in general. What was your favorite memory though as a player?
Not Monday night. Oh, that's tough. You just have me. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna go back. This is all right. Probably got a couple, but when we played here, we were 5-0, and we were playing maybe a 4-1, a good Chicago Bears team. Obviously, this is a divisional game, big game. It might have been Monday night, and we had Javid Best, running back, Stafford, myself, and we played like our record was like ridiculous. We were all on the field starting the game. Man, we went ham. Like the whole place was just the loudest I've ever heard for a field. Smoke in the air. It's like a cloud of smoke the whole game. It was one of the best environments I ever played in.
Man, that's crazy, man. I mean, like, and also your former teammate, Matthew Stafford, man, he's starting a whole new journey, man. I mean, what's your thoughts on, him going there, getting a fresh opportunity?
Yeah.
You played with him for all these years, man. Just seeing him in the new. Have you spoke to him at all, or?
Yeah, I talked to Matthew not too long ago. I'm happy for him, man. Happy he gets to go out there and get a little fresh, refresh, here in the latter part of his career, man. Go out there and have a chance to make something happen. You got a heck of a defense, so go out there and ball, man. Take advantage of your situation, and I look forward to watching him.
You left us so early. What if he made that call, man, and say, hey, I need you out here? You ever thought about returning on, or are you at peace with your career?
Man, I'm too far gone, man. I want to enjoy my snowboarding and growing a great product.
That's what you do, snowboarding now, man?
I love it. I love it.
When did you start doing that, man?
My wife got me skiing literally right after I stopped playing, and I was like, I'm from Georgia, and I don't do nothing on ice. And she got me out there one time, and from that point, I was like, oh shoot, I fell in love with it, and probably a year after I started skiing, I switched over to snowboarding.
You missed the game at all? Is anything you miss at all?
I stayed away from the game after I got done. I was so like over it, just the pain, just the stress and all that. Just like it was good to be away from the weight off my chest when I, told Coach Caldwell I was done. So it's no, the only thing I miss about it is the camaraderie. And that's why we went on to form Locker Room Consultant, which is a company that Rob and myself started. And it's really Primitiv is a spawn of it. What the idea is to bring guys together and be able to create some opportunities for us to invest and make some money together. So this is really the first company spawned off of that.
So you mentoring guys as well? Who's some of the guys, man? You probably you mentored or left have developed relationships into this game.
The last guy I really had the chance to talk to was Chris out of Tampa, from Penn State. Chris Godwin, he also happy for him this year, man. That's really the last player, because I'm friend with his agent, Eugene Lee, and he had me come talk to him and just really go through and run through some important things mentally, physically, the things training wise, that I feel like a receiver needs to do, and those are things I love to do. But I mean, that was really like a couple of years ago. I haven't had the time really to do since we've delved into this venture, but. I still put it out there that I do some consulting with receivers because I love the game.
Right.
I love to pour back anything I got into the guys to help make them better. I've even to that point. One of my biggest joys was to see a guy that I had in high school at one of my camps go into the NFL. So I got some guys that are coming up, going to have that opportunity, they're in college and stuff like that. So I look forward to those days, seeing that thing go full circle. Right.
And I look at the Lions now, man. I mean, obviously, it's been a lot reported on both sides, just trying to repair a relationship. But, I mean, now you look at, just it's a lot of optimism, man. Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, just everything that's coming around, man. Where are you guys at now, though? How's your relationship with the Lions organization at this point?
Yeah, I mean, as of, this year, really, I've had a couple conversations with Sheila. I got to know her a little bit, just really friendly, getting to know the family. She told me, she, sent me some my wife some flowers, after we had the baby and stuff like that. So it's been very friendly, so, that's where it's at, really. Just, some friendly back and forth other than that.
What about the squad? What you think about Jared Goff coming in, man? And just being
I'm excited, man. Look forward to, love Matt, but, the change of scenery for both of them was probably best. And you know, to have somebody that has led his team to the big game already. He's relatively young. You know, Dan Campbell, you know, young coach, played with Dan. You know, I mean, when I played with Dan, I think, you know, my first year. I'm not sure if he was still. I think he might have went on 16 with us too. And you know, he was playing on one arm, but he was still out there starting. You know, playing against beasts out there. You know, but still sustaining. You know, so mad respect to him, and you know, I know the guys are gonna respect him. And Brad, I met Brad too, you know, so he's done some good things out in LA, and I look forward to seeing what they're doing.
Man, how was Dan? How was he? It seemed like he a cool dude, man. It seemed like he just light up the room. How was he, man? Just playing.
Great personality, you know, not overly, you know, not loud or anything, you know, but not reserved at the same time. You know, he just kind of knows where to, you know, to add his input. But as a coach, you know, I've seen him transform into that guy that, you know, that has to be that leader for the team that has to, you know, reel the men in, you know, and he could be that guy.
Mm-hmm. And I saw one of your interviews, they asked you once, what other quarterback would you ever want to play with? And you said, no question, Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing him, what he's going through, man. What's your thoughts on his situation too, man? You've been through a lot of ups and downs, man, especially, you know, playing on good teams, playing on bad teams. Like, what would you say to him just being in that situation, man? Just like, have you followed his situation at all, or just thoughts on what he's going through right now in Green Bay?
You know, I don't know. I don't understand why it's a situation, honestly. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. But the fact that there's just a bunch of back and forth between him, it doesn't seem like he's happy. I don't know why he's not happy or why they'd even let it get to that point, you know. But, hey, I mean, if the man's not happy, you know, I mean, I'm not sure if he's asked to get out of there or whatnot. But, I mean, who wouldn't want him?
Right.
Shoot.
Yeah, I know.
Who wouldn't want him?
Yeah,
who's on the brink of Super Bowl? Okay, that's who wants him.
How was going against him, though, man? I know that those battles.
Man, it was funny, man. We got to play him whenever he would run over to the sideline or just running, and I'm always on the sideline standing up or just on the knee or something like that. He'd always be like, well, you gonna come on over here? I'm just like, hey, this ain't basketball. We can't just hop and skip like that. So, you know, but you know, like I said, I do true. He's one of the great talents at quarterback. When he breaks the pocket, he's going to try to get that ball downfield, and I'm like, man, you know, that's what I love. You know, throw that ball up in the air, that's mine. You know.
Man, as well. So I'm gonna get back to just your childhood as well. You talked about, you know, playing, you know, different sports and playing baseball, starting football at a young age. Who was your favorite athlete growing up?
I was a baseball player growing up, so King Griffey Jr. was my favorite. You know, just slugger. You know, just loved him. I mean, football-wise, I loved the Terrell Davises. You know, that's really when I got into football. Terrell was my favorite player. My first NFL jersey, though, was Jerome Bettis. You know, I was a running back when I first started playing because I wasn't tall yet. When I was in middle school, I was running back and cornerback. I played more cornerback because we had a great running back. But yeah, that's what I said.
And that's crazy, man. The bus from being from the D. I mean, had you ever got a chance to share that story with him and just the irony of that?
No,
that's crazy, man.
Yep.
First jersey from the D.
Yep.
Man, I was a big Barry Sanders guy growing up. That was my guy, Barry Sanders, Mike Vick. And man, it's just crazy. You know, the organization, man. Y'all both being in an organization, leaving young, like. I mean, like, man, it just feel like something was left on the table just for us, man, like, as guys who watch y'all. Like, do you ever think about that, just the parallels with you and Barry leaving the game young at all like that?
You know, I just only when it's brought up, you know. His situation didn't have any weight on my situation, you know. So it was just a matter of, you know, just stress, body, you know, and and the things that you want to do in the future, you know, and that's really what led to that decision. Man,
that's crazy, man. It's so much. I'm just telling you from a person who watched it. It's just so much. Like, man, like we could have seen more and got more, man. But your body and health, that's huge, man. And like you say, it's the product of what you're doing. It's gotta be a good feeling to have something that, you know, manage that pain as well. For you, man, I asked you about, you know, any consideration of coming back. You said that's out the window.
Man, I'm 5 years, we're going on 6 years removed now.
Not even tight end, man. Tim Tebow came back as a tight end, man. Not even a tight end.
Talk about that.
How do you scratch that competitive itch though nowadays? Like,
oh man, I told you, I'm snowboarding. I'm out there, I'm out here watching the S games, out here trying to break my neck on these ramps and stuff. I do stuff, I like to, I like to do anything on the water. You know, I got my jet ski I keep up here in Michigan, but, I like to fish. I love to, get out and ride my bike, walk with my family all the time. So it's so many things that I'm always active. I live an active lifestyle. I don't necessarily work out, push weight and stuff like that, yeah.
Right. Have you figured out who will induct you into the Hall of Fame at all?
Yes, I'm gonna have my team chaplain from Georgia Tech, Derek Moore. Why? Because Derek, poured into me so much as a man when I was at Georgia Tech, and never forget it. All the moments from the FCAs to the retreats. Just those moments that I had there kind of helped propel me. Obviously, on top of what my parents instilled in me too, just kind of compounded and led me to here today.
And I know, just going back on the Lions situation one more time, do you think this Hall of Fame situation will open the door? I mean, to repairing that relationship at all? Like, has the Hall of Fame opened that up at all?
I mean, obviously, yeah, because there's been noise that there's been communication, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. I think that's. Let me see if I got anything else, man. That might be. One more thing I got for you, man. How would you like your legacy to be remembered? How would you, you put everything on the line, you play hard, but how would you like your legacy to be remembered as a player?
As a player, I want to be remembered as, that person that, understood that, you can't control every circumstance, but, as long as you control, like I said earlier, your attitude and effort, you're going to win. You're going to win more times than not. And, I don't even necessarily want to be remembered. Yeah, I want to be remembered for my stuff on the field, obviously, in Hall of Fame. You want to be remembered for that, but I want to be remembered for some things that we do with this, changing people's lives, quality of life. I really believe in, some solutions that we're going to create, and I look forward to those days.
Is there any regrets at all, or are you at peace with everything? Where are you at like that with everything mentally?
I'm good. I got 3 kids, wife, family. I mean, we love being here in Michigan. I love what I do now. In cannabis. I mean, it's really the best thing that I could be doing right now because I thoroughly love what I do. Right. There's not a day that goes by when I'm like, this is work. Yeah, of course, we're up early, we're talking about it, but all that drives our business. We understand that, and we got to steer it right.
Do you like when people still call you Megatron? Do you like that nickname?
Man, sometimes I'm not even sure people really know my name sometimes. How
did the nickname come, man? Like, just having that nickname and, being labeled as that now. You Megatron, man.
Man, 07, that was the first Transformers came out. Roy Williams, he just started calling me Megatron at practice. It's Megatron, It's funny the way he said it with the mouth, Megatron. And it just it didn't even pick up until 08, the next year later. And I kind of had a good season my second year in, and everybody just started calling me Megatron. And I was seriously, really, people that call me Megatron, half of them didn't know my name, bro.
That's hilarious, man. Well, yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate the time, man.
Oh, man.
Thank you, man.
Pleasure.
Definitely, man. It's a pleasure, man. One of the all-time greats right here. Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if I can make up my phone somewhere. I gotta get the picture. Yeah. Y'all get a picture of me and him too?
Yeah, I got you.
You get the right here sitting down, or?
Yeah, that's what I can.